So last, for our presentations, before we take our short recess, is our accent on academics. And at Yorktown Elementary School, we present Reading is Marvelous program. So Dr. Shandor, I'd like to share the information on tonight's.
Thank you, Mr. Richardson.
Excellent.
Good evening, board members. The Reading is Marvelous program was created to help promote a school-wide love of reading at Yorktown Elementary. Marvel superhero characters were placed around the school and library to help encourage students to read. Each character was accompanied by a speech bubble that told students what they were reading and why they chose that book. Ms. Kelly Denny, Yorktown Elementary principal, will now introduce tonight's presenters. Ms. Denny.
All right. Well, good evening, Chairman Richardson, Dr. Shandor, and members of the board. I'm Kelly Denny, principal of Yorktown Elementary, and it is my pleasure to introduce the members of our team who will highlight the Reading is Marvelous program, which inspired our students to meet and exceed a school-wide reading goal during the 2017-2018 school year. And it continues to build a culture of reading in our building. So I'd love for those participants to come up and join me. Joining me to present is the creator and heart of our program, our library media specialist, Miss April Inslee. You will also hear from 3 students tonight, Ms. Isabel Atley, a 3rd grader, and 4th graders Joshua Lemuel and Tyrance Ward. At this time, Ms. Inslee will provide an overview of the program.
The Reading is Marvelous program was designed to be a reading excitement program, one that encourages and excites our students to read, explore new titles, and recommend books to others. There were 3 main goals of the program: increase the number of books read at YES, create a culture of reading throughout our school, and finally, to join together as a school community to reach a common goal. The students of YES were challenged to work as classes and individuals to read books to reach our goal. Students in grades 3 through 5 were given an individual goal, and classes in K through 2 were challenged to read books as a class. Individual students were encouraged to rate and recommend books by completing blue review forms. When students turned the forms into the library, they were counted towards our goal and then delivered to the student, staff member, or class they were recommending a book to. At the beginning of the year, we focused on quantity in an attempt to jumpstart the enthusiasm. As we progressed towards our goal, the focus of the blue form shifted to be about the quality of the student reviews and their recommendations. In the library, we learned about reading strategies to help us connect to the books we read through our heads and our hearts, and we discussed the difference between the stars or shields on the blue forms. As a result, students started to take great care when writing their reviews and recommendations.
Hi, my name is Isabel. When I am reading, I am thinking about how much I like the book. Sometimes the book reminds me of a friend or one of my teachers, so I recommend the book to them. Filling out the blue review form is easy, but sometimes it takes a lot longer because I'm really thinking about who I want to recommend the book to and why. When I am giving the book stars, I think really hard about how many stars I think the book should get. A 1-star book is a book that I didn't really like. A 3-star book was okay, but a 5-star book is one that I really liked. When I get book recommendations from my friends, I get really excited. It makes me excited to read that new book. One of my friends recommended the Amulet series to me, and now I really like it and can't wait to read them all.
Hi, my name is Tyrance, and I'm in 4th grade. Last year when I was in 3rd grade, I read 40 books to help us reach our goal. After I read my books, I recommended them to my friends. Some of my friends read the same books I did, and we would talk about them. There were times in lunch or indoor recess when my classmates and I would talk about books. Having the superheroes in the hallway helped encourage us to read and find new books. Sometimes my teacher or my friend would point out what books the characters were reading with, and we would talk about it. My sister, who was in 5th grade last last year would send me book recommendations. Before Reading is Marvelous, I never really read the books she told me about. But last year I read a lot of her recommendations, and it turned out they were pretty good books.
Hi, my name is Joshua. I'm in 4th grade. When we started Reading is Marvelous, our goal was to read 12,500 books by May 1st, 2018. At first, I wasn't sure that we were going to reach our goal. The banner in the hallway outside of the library made our goal look like it was going to be hard to reach. But once we started coloring in the letters, I started to believe we could do it. And we did. We actually met our goal of 12,500 books in February of 2018. Dr. Shandor came and made a special announcement. We had balloons to celebrate. We decided to keep going since we had so much time left in the school year. By the end of the year, we read 20,500 books as a school. It felt great to work together to reach our goal. I knew that everyone was working hard to read books so that we could reach our goal. In my class, my friends and I will try hard to read books when we were done with our work or test. When I walked past other classrooms, I noticed a lot of students reading books or reading online. Using the superheroes to encourage us to read and work together was great, because the Avengers had to work together too. So we're like the Avengers of reading.
So this program created more than a culture of reading for our school. It created a collaborative partnership between students, staff, and families to reach a common goal. We'd like to share thoughts from a few additional students and several teachers about the impact of the program.
Walk into the library, they see superheroes everywhere, which is so motivating to some of our students who feel like reading can be very intimidating and they feel like reading isn't for them. To walk into the library and see characters that are familiar to them, characters that are motivating, especially to our boys who we know can be generally a little harder to motivate to read.
For the love of reading, we have teachers that talk about books, we have kids that talk about books with teachers, we have kids that talk about books with other kids, we have siblings that talk about books.
Last year I read 60 books. I read 15 books every quarter.
And in fact, I had a student who decided she wanted to be a big supporter of our program, and she challenged herself to read 1,000 books by herself last year. And she ended up making it by the end of the year and was just so proud of her contribution.
Our goal for this year was 50,000 books to reach, so I think we are going to make it because a lot of people like to read in this school.
As Miss Inslee colored in the letters, oftentimes we were just happening to walk by and they would cheer and they couldn't wait to see how close we were to the next goal.
It pushes kids to go to their next goal and the biggest goal that they can get. And I think it's just super awesome. And now we're going to try and reach 50,000 books. My favorite genre is funny books, and I like reading graphic novels.
They've read novels, they're reading nonfiction books, they're reading graphic novels, they're interested in so many different genres that they wouldn't be interested in if we didn't have the incentive to be coloring in and meeting our goal.
Recommended a book to my friend, which was called Smile, and I think you guys should read it too.
We actually had a lot of siblings of students in my classroom that recommended books to read to us, so the kids loved getting those blue slips of paper for new books for us to add to our class.
I recommend books to my friends like Malachi and Zion like that because every time I have a Dave Pilkley book from the book fair and a Jeff Kennedy book from the library, and they ask to read it every day.
I can't speak highly enough about the Reading is Marvelous program. I think it's something that's great to be implemented. countywide in all the schools if we can. It just created such a positive environment in our school for a love of reading, and it really brought all the grades and teachers together.
Reading is Marvelous became a great way for YES to share our story with the community and the world. Social media played a key role in that. Through the hashtag Reading is Marvelous, we were able to reach out to authors, illustrators, actors from Marvel movies and shows, and other public figures. Being able to share with the students how they were Twitter famous by getting a like or retweet for their accomplishments quickly became a favorite for us and for me. We were also able to reach out to Marvel Universe Live, a touring company that presents a show featuring many of the Marvel characters. They donated 20 free tickets to one of their shows in Norfolk, and we were able to randomly select students to attend with a parent. It was a wonderful way for us to celebrate our achievement towards our goal. In the end, we exceeded our goal by 8,000 books. It was a tremendous feeling to see what we could accomplish together with great success. Because the program was such a success, we decided to keep it going for one more year. We've extended our goal to 50,000 books, picking up where we left off at 20,500. And since we've decided to add the DC superheroes to our theme, we've changed the title to Reading is Our Superpower. As of right now, we have made it to almost 30,000 books. In addition to the hope that this program starts our students on a journey of being lifelong readers, we are also hoping to turn this into a pay-it-forward situation. We are currently seeking a company or companies that would be willing to sponsor our program to help us donate money and or books to an organization such as firstbook.org or a school that may have lost their books from storm damage in honor of our students at YES and our Reading is Marvelous and Reading is Our Superpower success. Having access to books is a wonderful thing, and since we've been blessed with such a fantastic library at our school, it would be marvelous to be able to help other kids and schools in need. Thank you for the opportunity to share our story with you tonight.
Thank you, Ms. Denny, and the students and everyone that presented tonight. What a marvelous program. It's a great program, though. But to see the kids' excitement and make it fun, that's what it's all about. They're learning, they're reading what they want to learn or want to read. Great program, so keep up the great work.
And one more comment, I would say the superheroes here are the students and staff and the work that y'all have done.
Absolutely.
You've created I'm not even sure what the word would be, but just to see this evolve into something that the students, you set a point and they went way beyond and they want to continue to move that forward and then play it forward basically. Just marvelous. I mean, these are the kind of things I really enjoy about a school board meeting is I don't get into the buildings as much as I used to, but to have the information brought to us like this, the superheroes, it's y'all. Y'all making this work.
Fantastic
Great
program.
job.
Yes.
Yep, great program, thank you.